This is Fashion, Art, and Media. And today with me is our accessories designer and a very good friend of mine. Welcome. Please tell us your name and also tell us about what you do. Thank you.
Hello there, fashionistas. My name is Rhiana S Jager, and I'm the owner and the founder of Les Tere. This is a fashion designers brand located in the Netherlands.
Thank you. Yes. So how long have you been doing accessories design? First of all, I love your bags. I love your bags so much. Amazing.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Lydia.
Thank
really.
You.
Well, actually, before I'm doing this, I must admit that I have been blessed with a creative mind. And although I started when Les Tere is actually found only at the spring 2016, fashion accessories and creativity, it's always been my obsession, Lydia, since very early age. So that's why. And well, I am self-taught fashion designer, accessories especially. Wow. And yeah, taking my inspirations basically is from all walks of life. So wow. Up until now, yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you say you actually self-taught. That means that all these beautiful bags come from your mind. Nobody told you how to do it.
Yes, in fact, indeed. So it's basically that I started, in my mind, and then also drawing, and luckily with this passion since I was a kid, it is passion and also always been in my obsession since an early age. And although I have had others working experience elsewhere, mainly back in my home country as well as here. And I only started, like I earlier said, though it's only spring 2016, that I decided, you know what, I finally, although it might seem it's a bit, in bracket, might be a bit in a later age, but hey, if you're passionate with some things, what is age, right? You can always start.
Exactly, absolutely.
Pursue your dreams is regardless your age.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's the way.
Age doesn't really matter. What matters is getting to give all your best out there.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more with you, Lydia.
Exactly. So I have seen some of your bags with a few Hollywood celebrities. How does that happen?
Well, that's very good questions, because of course, in order for me to persuade and further branding my my brand, Les Tere, of course, not only that I'm doing it via sophisticated events or showcases, but we have had done it also with the local TV broadcast. And that is at a local channel called Bubbles and Glows at RTL 4 here in the Netherlands. And that's as it happens, these channels is, through my contacts and my very good contact. And as it happens, combinations that these Hollywood actors is also in the Netherlands. So in that sense, and it's met with our event as well. And also yearly in the Netherlands, we have, that's what we call master luxury events. And that is sort of a millionaire affair back then, but then it's become the master luxury event. And in one of these occasions, as it happens, the Hollywood actors with his lovely wife also attending this. So that's why we are part of this.
Wow.
Event, yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, your collections very, very upmarket, very trendy. So I can understand why Hollywood actors will want to, buy your collection.
Well, let's say because we thought in the beginnings how we market our products, basically. Well, of course, our aiming is for worldwide, but because the fact that we are based here in Europe and basically in the Netherlands, so as a startup, basically, you have to have a sum of. It's not. I'm saying like you're aiming. So it's basically my aiming, of course, for the worldwide. But in this case, I also started with a small scale, started with Europe. And as it happens, I also have a lot of friends and clients in the US. So I said, oh, why not, right? If it is possible, because Les Tere is also aiming for worldwide anyway. So if we can meet and legally also possible. So yeah, that's what we have been quite busy for the last.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So where have you showcased this? Where have you showcased your collection?
That's very good questions, Lydia. So before I actually start to answer all your questions, these ones, let me just start to give you a bit of what is Les Tere is all about.
Yes, please.
So yeah, it is Les Tere is basically a fashion accessories designers, whereas our product is contents with genuine leather bags collections, as well as we have 100% pure cashmere ponchos, and this is featherweight as well. And we also have collaborated with our local designer as well, which is semi-precious jewelry with a Barocco. So, and yeah, it's basically, it's fashioned. So it's all fashions. And though I try to be in combinations, like, if you, sometimes you want to have a complete set, right? We are females. What is our best things that we love, right? Females.
Exactly. Bags and necklaces and
earrings.
Everything.
So I try to, and who knows, maybe it says, and sometimes that I will be able also to pursue with, because now I have more interest also in clothing, which I would like to, yes. And knowing that from my roots, I come from the 6 siblings of my family back in Jakarta, Indonesia. So yeah, therefore I would like to combine it also from my roots. But then I still need to, a lot of to learn, Lydia, right? So yeah, yeah, that's what I basically started to do with my Les Tere and showcase. Yeah, apart from the TV broadcasting in the magazines, also national and internationally, as well as for the first time, something I remember that internationally I showcased my brand. That was at your Aberdeen Fashion Week. Do you remember?
That was,
yeah. That was spring 2017. That was my first international showcase, and I'm being blessed and really blessed that I met you and that time. Yeah, so I was really, and also joining other internationals such as in London Alternative Fashion Week, and as well as in the Newry Fashion Weeks. And yeah, last but not least was the recent one. Also was joined the sophisticated awarding ceremony, which is, I'm not sure if you heard about it. It's called Lowani as well. And
yes, of course, yes.
Yes, and I also well, it's quite privileged for me to have been awarded this Lowani as as ambassador as well, representing Indonesia.
That's beautiful.
It's a journey that I have been doing so far. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So you actually said you are starting to make dresses as well. Is this your dresses going to have?
Yeah, it's actually, I wish that I could also further do that.
Right.
So I'm still working on it though. I'm not sure if I
Everything
will
is
succeed
possible.
on that one. Yes, you're right. So
Everything
I
is
would love,
possible.
I would love to be able to create that one as well. It's still in
Yeah.
my head, as you know, I self-taught. Everything is just when, sometimes idea is just come up. Well, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. That's it.
Amazing. So will it be European dresses or is it going to be
Well, I'm thinking about,
Asian?
I would like to combine it with where my root that I came
Yes.
from, because Indonesia, and especially that I come from Javanese islands, as we have a lot of traditional things, in this case, like batik,
Right.
that is really traditional. So hopefully, I don't know, in the near future, perhaps I will be able to collaborate or even to create my own, which is then I can produce this sometime soon. But as to
Right.
when, well, I'm working on it.
That's okay.
Yeah, let's hope that it's possible.
Just a question outside your collection. Is you said Javanese? Is Javanese material
Yes.
different from the Western material?
Yes, so it's basically because Indonesia, as you know, we are quite a growing fast country as well, and we
Yes.
have a lot of, yeah, you could say several languages as well, and we are a lot of islands, and we have a quite difference from west to east, And where I'm from is Japanese, that we have traditional what we call batik.
Right.
So, yes. So it's more like a traditional print where you can also do handmade, but nowadays, of course, if you would like to have mass produced, but in my mind, at this moment, I am not. Yeah, of course, everyone have a dream, right? So one day I would like to make a big and become a mass produced, but at this moment, in a small scale, let's say, and that is with yeah, handmade, so
Right.
hand printing, and so
Amazing.
yeah, we will see. So I'm still working on
great.
it on that. So we'll see. We'll see.
So again, sorry, I'm actually quite captivated with this. So you will be using batik for your dresses.
Hopefully, yes, and that is what it's brought in my mind. So
Batik, Western type of dresses.
yeah, so it's like
Amazing.
you could say like East Midwest, kind of like that. So
This is it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
There
so
you have a label.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Wow.
but yeah, it's not easy though, but still in very, very, very early age. So yeah.
Everything is possible. There is
Yeah.
nothing that is impossible once you put your mind to it.
Yeah, exactly. Indeed.
So, do you get any challenges being the fact that you come from Indonesia in Europe? Do you get any challenges at all?
Well, Lydia, I can tell you for sure, well, at least from my experience, basically, as Asian accessories fashion designers, I do face challenges, and I've been really through a rocky rock or bumping roads, and and the way we try to do, because basically as a startup, everything is of course always you're facing challenges every single days, and
Exactly.
now especially with this global pandemic, I must admit, well, as you probably aware, a lot of companies basically is affected by it, and of course including us. Although our online store up and running, let's face it, I think nowadays people more focus on to buy things for basic needs rather than secondary needs, right? So that's why.
This is it.
Yes, not only because that I'm yeah, in this case Asian designer, but also the fact that it's business impacted as well. So yeah, of course, I face challenges at this moment. So, but hey, as long as we keep moving forward, right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I asked that question. I did an interview recently with an African designer in Europe.
Okay.
Not UK, in Europe. She lives in Ireland, and she said as an African designer, she was getting a lot of stress. She wasn't being recognized from what she was doing. Some people didn't even want to include her in their fashion events,
right,
despite the fact that she's selling in the shops in Ireland. So that's why I asked actually to know, you don't get, obviously, because you're not selling in other shops, you just sell in your own shop.
Yes. So in that sense, in a way, perhaps from my end, I would say, because we started really right away, and we decided to have an online store rather than physically store. So that's why that's helped us. So in terms of doing, because well, we are in 20th century anyway, which is everything is digitally. And yeah, and we, of course, after our R&D and things like this with our internal and discussions, and also what is the best fit. And because the thing is, Lydia, even though I live in Europe, but such as now with the Brexit and all that, and even to UK, they have different timeline in terms of the legal, for delivery, things like that. Whereas in Europe, it's, for instance, in the Netherlands, we have like 14 days is legally when you buy something and you have right to have 14 days to return if it is not, something like that. So each country have different, and those kind of thing that is in the beginning was really, for us is quite challenging because the fact that each country is quite different. And also the next steps that is we also facing when we ship our item also to outside of the Europe, where in this case, if I ship my item to my client in Indonesia, and whereas they also have, how shall I say, local, it's not VAT, but import duty and things like that, which is, of course, is not our concern. But you have to think of outside of the box, the way of the customer thinks. Hey, because sometimes they think, hey, I already paid my transport. Why should I get more extra? But in fact, it's not a responsibility of Les Tere because it's already there. If you read the term and condition as well, and they should this kind of thing that sometimes we have to, if I face challenges, and not only type of delivery, but also the fact that as our product is actually made in a genuine Italian leather and then also produced in Italy. And sometimes also now the fact that with the pandemic it's not possible for us to allow us to travel at this moment. This kind of thing is also a bit of challenges for us. Because normally we always have to check everything. It's some customers prefer to have physically touch, and so rather than just through pictures.
That's right.
So, yeah,
that's right.
So that's why we do our best to do, even with digital, but it have to be like as you see, what you get is what you see. It's like as you seen on the picture.
Yeah.
So not trying to fool any clients also with the fake photos and so on. So it's quite challenging also in terms of to find really exact measure, exact lights, exact photos, and professional photographer to be with. So
I've seen your bags. I can say that they are authentic, genuine Italian leather.
Yes,
which means, well, your collection, your bags are high fashion, and that's what you're trying to bring up. I know that when you make things in Europe or even in the UK, it's more expensive than making them, let's say, maybe in Bangladesh. And therefore, I can understand where you're coming from, saying when somebody, say, from Indonesia, buys the bag, they probably could be thinking, okay, I've paid all that money. Maybe Les Tere should help me clear this tax. It doesn't happen like that, does it?
Yeah. Well, we always look at it in all sides, in legal point of view as well. But the thing is, there is also limits in what we can and we can't do,
Exactly.
So in this case, it is not in our hands because that is their country regulation. It's not like Netherlands regulations. So. So this kind of thing is also a bit of, such as in your own country at this moment with the Brexits now. I know they're still busy ruling out what not within EU, or in this case, if I would be able to, deliver or ship my items to UK without any import duty. There's also still a question mark. Like nothing is proved out officially yet. So this kind of thing we still have to,
that's a dilemma. Actually, we don't know what's going to happen. It should be okay, because if we can't change anything, we just get to go with it. We don't have to worry about what's not going to happen. We worry about, we shouldn't worry anyway. Worry is not good.
Because to be honest with you, you know what, the concept of this, even though we are in Europe, but look at a lot of China's product can come in here in the Netherlands, having no problem at all. So why should I mean, as a small business startup, have to face this too stressful or too challenging, which is not necessary. I mean, all coming back again, of course, we are basically following all the rules and the government regulation, and so that is important. So.
Exactly. So I could have asked where you see yourself in 5 years from now with Les Tere, but we really don't know what's happening.
Exactly. No one knows.
So what?
Go ahead.
You first.
Well, for sure, in 5 years' time, I mean, nobody knows, right, what's going to happen in the future. But of course, we have planned that, aiming, if we could be more, let's say, in a large scale, and at this moment, it's more locally that we have trying to do market our within Europe, let's say.
Right.
But of course, in the next 5 year or 10 years from now, I really would like to be able to do worldwide. So which is more than regardless where your country are. So that is our plan for the future.
That's a great plan.
Yeah.
Right. The name Les Tere, is that a Dutch name or Indonesian name? It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Well, to be honest with you, also the fact that the logo and the name, it started when, because the fact I came from 6 siblings family back in Jakarta, and the logo, which is showing like, if you notice, there are 6 like a flowers.
Yes. Yes.
And that is represents where I came from, that I'm with the 6 siblings. And Les Tere is basically, it's because it's kind of like my nickname, where among our community, my Indonesian community, sometimes they call me with the nicknames. So that's why I thought, well, why not I make this as my company, since this it's much more yeah, it's suited with me
It
and my
is.
yeah,
Very
well,
unique name, very
yes.
absolutely
So it's
beautiful
got
name.
nothing to do with the friends, or I have no friends, relative, or friends. So it's basically just come up with the idea. Oh, this is where I come from six sibling and six symbol of my logo,
Right.
and
That's
yeah, that is this. Yeah, started from there. That's the name.
nice. So if there is anyone wanting to either buy from you or maybe want some advice from you, how can they find you?
Well, as a matter of fact, there's always, yeah, first of all, you can always find us through our web store, which is lestere.au. As well as you can always find us in Instagram, which is lestere_official, as well as in our Facebook page, which is Les Tere brand. And recently, we also collaborate with our partners. You can also have a look in their place, which is in the North Brabant, called a city called Boxmeer, and that is at the Beauty Revolutions. That's one of my partners as well.
Wow,
So,
amazing. That's
yes.
really nice. So,
Yeah.
if, for instance, we have a few young people wanting to be accessories designers, what's the advice you have for them today?
Right, Lydia, very good questions. Well, actually, I always reflect on to my own motto, so it's basically, therefore, I can advise all fashionitas, all their startup designers. So don't mind age. So it's basically no matter how young you are, how middle-aged you are, or regardless your age. So it's basically when you are passionate with something, and then what make you happy, just go for it. And
Yes.
just go for it. And basically, and if it is also well appreciated amongst you or your community, so it's basically keep on going, and it doesn't matter how slow, so it's basically you go, so as long as you do not stop. So that's basically, it's my motto, and also that advice that I can give to you all fashionitas or young generation or designers or startups. So it's basically, yeah, in the fashion industry. I know for sure from my experience, Lydia, fashion industry is really tough, especially in the retail industry. Oh gosh, tell me about it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's not easy. It's really, you will face basically, well, it's impossible to flip your hands just like that and kaboom, right? So basically, yeah, you just go for it, and if you makes your passionate and makes you happy and well appreciated by your society, hey, why not? As
Your
long as,
motto is great. I
yeah.
used to have that motto, except you've actually made it a bit more likable or more appreciated,
Oh,
because I
yeah,
used to say you can do anything, but I never put the fact that age doesn't matter.
yeah,
You can be
exactly.
any age and
Yeah,
start doing something. So thank you
yeah,
so much. That's
you're
good for
welcome.
me as well. I
Yeah,
think I
so
have a few projects that I want to start
uh,
now. I can start from because you
yeah.
say that.
Yeah, that's basically, I look at for my experience. I mean, hey, I may seem to start at in, in others people's eyes probably, oh, you are too old to start this and so, but hey, if you're passionate with something, why
You
not?
can do it. You can do
Exactly, regardless your age. I mean, you could also, for instance, I can give you for examples. One of the actor, they're not only start make big names in the age of 58. So one of
it.
his, yes, I know for sure the fact. and he started to become big, their names. So it's basically, and I saw like that, hey, look at this. Even though I may have had, but that's really opened my eyes. I received these kind of comments, and you know, and I said, hey, you know what? I have my own passions, and I self-taught, and I do whatever I want to do, basically. And yeah, I must admit, I should have thanked to this special persons who actually made that comment to me.
Right.
Yeah, because, well, anyway, I don't feel old to start
No.
something. Why
Neither
not? Exactly. So yeah, so it's basically that's my advice.
That's good.
You.
That's good. We're actually not old.
Agree.
We can do anything.
In the end, what is age, right? So most
exactly,
it's your mind and your heart.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
So I will kindly be needing a few photos from your collection. Do you have any of your bags with you right now?
Yes, I do. So I can show you.
Show us. Yes, please. Yes. Thank you.
Bear with me for seconds, quickly.
No problem. Thank you. Listeners, viewers, you're going to get to see Les Tere bags. They are amazing. Her jewelry is amazing too. So let's wait and see what she's going to show us, because I can tell you I'm in love with her collection, and hopefully you too get to love what you see. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also to OTN TV network. And let's keep creating and promoting fashion always. Thank you, as we wait for Les Tere to show us her pieces today.
Hi there, I'm back.
Hello, thank you. That's
Sorry
great.
for a bit of so basically this is one of our collections.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, bear in mind our collection is timeless. So we don't create like summer collection or for seasons.
Yes.
It's basically timeless. You can wear anytime, any day, whenever you like.
That's beautiful.
So this is one of the handbag.
Right.
We also have our exclusive collections. So this is our
that's so collection. Beautiful.
And this is one of where the Hollywood actor's wife, in this case,
right?
From, I don't know if you know Ron Moss' wife. So
yes.
So she's loving it, and especially that they have their little cute I'm not sure if puppy, but he has called Prince. Oh, right. He's so cute when I met with their puppies. And then the puppies was, as a matter of fact, possible to be inside of the bag as well.
Wow, so that's amazing.
So yeah. So
that's amazing. Do they come in other colors?
For this one, unfortunately, we only have this color. Because, yes, that's in red.
Beautiful.
And we also have other collections which we have two colors, black and red. That's our other collections, exclusive collections as well.
Right.
The next one that I'm about to show you is our top collections.
Oh, so that's beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful.
It's also on your desire. You can also put it just like this style.
Right.
If you want to have a bigger. So
that is beautiful.
So yeah, it's upon your style, upon your wish. Or it's a bit of like a round.
Yes.
So just like this.
Amazing.
So it's like this as well. So
amazing.
it's
Boston style.
yeah. Yes.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
thank you. So hope to.
So your website is lestere.au.
Yes, correct. And
Amazing.
www.lestere.au. You can find us there as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much for showing us the bags.
Thank you. Thank
really
you for
appreciate it.
And really appreciate your time as well. So
thank you.
Thank
Just
you so much.
Before you go,
yes,
any final words you have for our viewers today? Whatever that you didn't touch, or I didn't ask, or we didn't discuss, maybe you have something to tell our viewers.
Well, basically in these difficult times, which is worldwide times, so basically I just want to stay safe, stay healthy, and be happy as well.
Amazing.
That's more important. Yes. That's all I can say.
Thank you. Such great advice.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. And
thank you so much.
Meet sometimes again soon.
Thank you.
So
Happy New Year.
And
have a great year. And thanks for your time. And thank you. Hope to see you. The last time I saw you was at the London Fashion Week.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just been a while. So a couple of years.
It's been a while. I hope to see you sometime soon.
Let's hope that this pandemic will be over soon and we'll be able to travel again for sure.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
All the best.
And
Thank you very much.
So all the best. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.